It's been a deadly summer for triathletes in Wisconsin. 3 people have died in 3 different triathlons, but all during the swim portion. 43-year-old Kim Schmidt of Oshkosh died earlier this month after swimming in Lake Winneconne during the Oshkosh Tri. A 54-year-old woman died in June participating in the Elkhart Lake Triathlon, and in July, a 33-year-old man died during the Pewaukee Triathlon. Sean Ryan is a local race director, including directing the Door County Triathlon, and he's here to talk a little bit about safety. Good morning, Sean.
Good morning.
Unusual to hear about these deaths?
Unusual and unfortunate, and it creates the false perception that the swims are inherently dangerous, that you're going to drown. And the reality is that there's reasons for these deaths. These deaths may or may not have been preventable, but it really comes down to preparation of the athlete themselves.
I think a lot of people are trying tries for the first time in the last few years. There's been a lot of buzz about it. People try to do something beyond a 5K or a 10K. So what can you tell these newbies, these new people to triathlons, about how you keep the waters safe during a tri?
Sure. If you look at most of the triathlons in the state, there's a lot that goes into properly taking care of the safety of the athletes. Ample amounts of lifeguards, water safety craft, watercraft out there to recover the athletes if they're not comfortable in the water. A lot of planning that goes into making sure that there's an adequate safety net in case the athlete does panic and is uncomfortable in the water.
Well, let's take a look at some of the pictures that you sent along to give people an idea of what it's like during a triathlon. These are from the Door County Tri.
Sure.
And this right here picture gives you an idea of how many people are in the water at the same time getting ready. And you say these waves you make smaller, the groups of people you make smaller?
Yeah, you know, when you're putting on an event like this, unlike a running event where you put 1,000 people out on the road at once, in a triathlon, at least for most types of triathlons, you start them off in waves. You put them off in smaller groups. And in the case of the Door County Triathlon, which we're looking at, for instance, we only do waves of approximately 50 athletes at a time, and we space those out 3 minutes apart.
Because look at this picture. You are really close to each other, and some people, I did the first time I participated in one, kind of panicked when I was getting kicked in the face.
Yep. And the things that intimidate the athletes, the things that cause their heart rates to spike, which is ultimately the cause of these deaths, is the heart rate spiking, is lack of familiarity with very cold water instead of the warm, tepid temperatures of a pool, the water surface conditions, which sometimes can be wavy and windy, and of course there's no lane line to follow, because these athletes are often used to swimming in a pool, but not open water swimming. And then finally, as you alluded to, Rachel, they're in an environment where there's a lot of athletes crowded in around them. They're used to swimming in a lane on their own by themselves. All of those factors combined cause the stress level on that athlete to go up considerably, which can be a very dangerous circumstance for the heart.
I saw somebody comment on one of the stories, why don't they have people out there like lifeguards? But you do. There are people along the route asking you if you're okay. There's people there with flotation devices to help rescue people, just like you're seeing here, and also pontoon boats out there to take the people back to shore. We did ask Dr. Al for some medical advice for athletes who are thinking about trying out a tri if they've never done it before, and he has 3 points he wanted to pass along: that you must train before you participate in your first one. You must, like Sean said, swim in the lake before the race and get a checkup from your doctor. Any final advice, Sean, for people trying their first one?
Just when you go out there, don't worry about your speed, don't worry about how fast you're going to go through this event. Focus on your breathing and focus on your rhythm, not on your speed. Go out there at a relaxed pace, hang out to the back of the swim wave, and focus on getting through safely. Worry about your finish time second.
Yeah, maybe the following year. Sean Ryan,
Right.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.